All right. Our fourth topic is comparison is the thief of all joy. So basically, you should compare yourself to you, where you were, where you want to go, and how you're going to get there, not me comparing myself to Elena or me comparing myself to Abby, because we're on different playing fields and it's not relevant. So Abby, why don't you take it away?
Cool. Well, that's a perfect way of kind of starting it, and saying you want to you versus you, right? So if when you want to work on your deadlift or you want to get stronger in your deadlift, it's looking at your own journey, your own personal journey, where you were 6 months ago versus where you are today. We sometimes get into that habit of, we hit the 6:30 a.m. and we're on our high because we got 4 rounds and we're feeling good. Maybe come back the next day and you're like, oh, someone got one more round. It shouldn't take away from that feeling that you had walking out of that door and having that feeling of accomplishment and that high again. One of the things that I know I like to do, and sometimes I get away from it, but writing it down. That's why we always say have the journal. So when you see a repeat of a workout, you know where you were that 6 months ago versus now. If you're a minute faster, or you got the 2 more rounds, or 10-pound PR, whatever it is, looking at the board and looking at somebody else's, and then comparing yourself will definitely take away from what we try to put out there as a community, right? And also, it's something the new members coming in, it's where you were. Everybody went through essentials at some point in time, right? And you look and you're like, what the heck? You want me to power clean? I don't know. I'm reverse curling, and then now exactly. Right. I remember just being like, what? And then all of a sudden you hit that 135-pound squat clean, and you stand it up, and that feeling and high fives all around, it would all be taken away if you're like, she got 155 though. So it's all fun here when you're hitting those highs. You set those goals and then you hit them. Those are the feelings. That's what we want to live on. So yeah, I would say that
for sure.
Yeah.
I think in terms too of our own personal happiness, right? So whether it's fitnessing or outside of here, everybody wants to be happy. And that could easily be robbed from you if it's this person has a better body than me, this person has a better workout score than me, or lifted more than me. And kind of just that reminder of you're not in a competition with anybody. You're trying to improve and move the needle and be the best version of yourself. And how much better life is when you can be supportive of somebody, even if they do show something better than you. An example could be, if we're talking working out, I hit the workout at the 6:30 and I put up a score, and somebody comes in at 10 and puts up a bigger score, being like, oh man, that's an awesome effort, because what the effort took to do your score. So somebody getting a little bit more weight or a time or reps, that just shows that there was great effort there on their part. So being a good person and kind of rewarding their effort, I think could make us all just happier people versus getting down on yourself because you think you're not worthy because somebody beat you or looks better or has less gray hairs than you. Just kidding. I don't know. What do you think about this one?
I think it's where we live now, 2019, where it's it's pull up your phone. It's you can find it on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere really, where there's always a way to compare yourself to somebody. There's probably something we could all find about ourselves that we wish was better, right? But it really just comes down to being the best version of yourself, just trying to just give your best effort every day, like you said. There's you could walk into a class, do it at 6:30, at 10 o'clock, somebody does better, and it's just be happy knowing you gave your best effort. It doesn't have to be a comparison. That's where really the growth that you want happens, not chasing after it because Sean has it. It's more I want to do this just to better myself.
That all goes back to that goes back to practicing, right? That was just watching somebody get their first muscle up, and that's a goal for you. It's rather be oh man, give them the high five, and then you put in the work, right? And then you're going to get that feeling one day when you're hit it and everybody's around you and you got it on tape and you post it to Instagram and All's well.
I think, Jen, I think you have a cool story. I don't know, like what you'd want to like share, just in terms of like your journey since coming here and growth as a person, in terms of like that evolution. Because I know there's been so much and so powerful, and as you're, you know, like people that share that space with you as friends and people you work with, it's really cool to see. I don't know if any of that you want to share or applies out to this as well.
Yeah, I mean, and this kind of bleeds into like our next topic a little bit, but I started CrossFit last October at a different gym, and like it was great and I loved it, and that's what initially got me hooked, but I was so insecure about who I was, and like I gained all this weight that I never had, like I didn't feel good about myself, didn't know what the heck I was doing with these barbell moves, like what's a snatch, what's a clean, like I don't know what I'm doing. And I would just think that every time I lifted up the bar, like somebody was watching me, and I wasn't mentally in it. I wasn't taking the time to like really practice, like you said, or focus on getting better, unless I was practicing the moves in the shower where nobody was watching. Because I didn't want to.
Excuse me. We're gonna edit this out, guys.
I didn't want to embarrass myself because everybody else was so good at it. So that's where the comparison just kind of really, I don't want to say defeated me, but held me back from where I knew I could go. And then coming here last December and still having those insecurities, but really learning that like nobody's looking at me. Everyone's in their own bubble, but if they are looking at me, they're just supporting me. And there's still those like, oh, like you got a pull up, or you can do a muscle up, or you can do really good push-ups, and I'm not there yet. But it's gotten so much better. So now I'm at the point where like I know that I can get there. This person had to work the same amount to get there. But it's been a process. Like it's not just like, okay, mindset switch. Like it takes time.